Welcome back to another video of me and my crochet journey. This video is going to be a little different. I want to reorganize my yarn stash. Voila. Okay, I'm kind of hiding it. Ta-da! It's a mess and it needs help. So we're going to go through it together. I'm coming into this with no plans.
Do you have a plan? I don't even have a plan.
I don't know if I'm going to reorganize it by color, by yarn type, by size, by frequency of use. We're just going in this blindly. It's probably not a good idea, but let's get to it. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull everything out. That way I can put everything back in order. Okay, I think that's about it. I have way more than I thought I did. I mean, I knew I had this much, but I didn't visualize it. I also wish there was something I could do about this right here. The thing is, I don't know where to put these. This does go with my yarn stuff. I have preferences when it comes to my yarn. I like the cotton yarn more than the fluffy yarn. Does anybody remember this yarn from the lion video? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be going for this type of yarn so much, so it can probably be not as easily accessible as it was. I also have a lot of yarns that were gifted to me. I don't have a project for it yet. Maybe I can start putting them into their own categories and then seeing where they fit best. I would like for this to be somewhere in here, and it doesn't fit in the top one if it's assembled. So ideally, I would like for this to go somewhere where it's easily accessible and I don't have to always unassemble it and reassemble it every time I want to use it. I feel like this is a good exercise to see what I have in my stash as well, because I definitely forgot about some of these. All these ends that are just hanging out, I can hide them away somewhere. So visually it won't be as chaotic with all the little strands of yarn just pulled. Like, how nice is that? This is all the same brands. It can all go together. I've got a bunch of these too. Again, it's one of those things that was gifted to me, so I don't have a specific project for it, but I mean, it's a really nice gift and there's like more than enough yarn to do multiple projects or just like one really big one. I have to remember that I have those and I have to use them. A lot of the acrylic yarn that I have is actually thrifted. Now that I think of it, most of the yarn that I have is either thrifted or gifted. It goes to show you, you don't need to be spending your money on new yarn always. Just head to the thrift stores, see what they have, go more than once, and oftentimes you'll find little sets of colors. Like this was also thrifted, all of this, ooh, all thrifted. And it was like, I don't know, I'm gonna say between $4 and $9. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with myself. Okay, see, this is very wrong. I'll rewind this one. Something I do when I rewind my yarn like this is I keep the original tag in the center. That way I remember what it is. So this one, for example, whoops, it's by Eaton. Nice retro vintage Lady Fair Sayel yarn. I put this in here, and now this is much better than it was. When I was younger and I learned how to knit, my plan was to make this scarf, and you can see how young I was because this is the yarn that I chose for my project. Exciting, fluffy, pink, purple, reddish yarn. I never finished that project, and my parents gave this to me a couple months ago, and it just brought back so many memories, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with this now. I still have some in my basket of unfinished projects because I think maybe the scarf is in there, or at least some more yarn. I don't know. There's some stuff in there that needs to be frogged for sure. Maybe not this yarn, but other types of yarns. Maybe that can be a future video. Let me know if you want to watch that. But yeah, so this should go with this one. They're the same in my mind. They're fluffy and they're dangerous to crochet with. Look at this. This is a mess. I cannot accept something like this in my stash. See? So much better. I've got some very fine yarn as well, like this here and there, which should go in their own category, I think. This as well. And I've got this mohair-ish type of yarn. It's very fine. Does it go in the fluffy category or does it go in the small yarn category? I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it in the special yarn category just because it is special, whereas the small yarn is small yarn. That one is special and small. It's more special than it is small in my mind. Yeah. I have some more very thick yarn like this, like that, like this one too. Do I have more thick-ish yarn? I feel like this is kind of thick-ish. This goes up here with my cotton. So does this. With you. Okay, that one is definitely in need of being rewound. It's just kind of mushy, and I want my cakes to be nice and nice. Should probably rewind them together. I feel like they'll hold a cake nicely. Yeah. I have this end and I have that end, and I'm just gonna do a little knot that will be easily undone, a slip knot or something. That way, when I'm actually doing a project with this yarn and I'm at this point, I can easily undo the knot and then redo the assembly of the yarn however I want it, depending on the project and where I'm at in that project. Ta-da! So it was 2 balls of yarn and now it's only 1, or a cake. Should I call these cakes or balls of yarn? Maybe it's balls of yarns that have been caked? Now I could be doing the same thing with these, rewinding them together, but I think the size might be a little too much this time around. Like the end cake would be very large, and I don't think that would work out to my advantage. So I'm going to leave those two together, separate but together. This is ugly. This can be rewound. I think I can rewind these. I also have this tiny bit of yarn. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So this one is big enough, but I will rewind these together as well. Oh, I just saw another one over there. How much of this color do I have? Perfect. So much better. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 yarns instead of, what was it, 6? Okay, here's where we're at in the process. So I've done a first organizing by type of yarn. So all these are my cotton. I have some more cotton up here because I have too much cotton. I have some acrylic on this side. I have some bulkier yarns here. I have some tiny yarns here and down there. And I have some more special yarns. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bulkier yarns and I'm going to slide them to these two spots because I don't need them nowadays. Nowadays I'm working on my 100 granny square challenge and I'm going to be using more of my cotton and my acrylic yarn for that challenge. Yeah, I think that's making the most sense. And then up here can be either my cotton or my acrylic, I don't know yet. And then down here will be the other one that is not up there. Yeah. I don't know if you can see what I did. I'm gonna try and place them so that I can see every color that I have instead of having to pull everything out always. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. These could go up here. I could keep them down there too. Do I want them down here or do I want them here? I don't think I'm going to reach for this spot often. I feel like this spot I might reach for more often. Let's put all my cotton down here for now. These can probably go down there. I don't plan on using those anytime soon, even though they're a gorgeous color and they were a gift. There you go. I think the thicker acrylic will be on this side and the thinner will be on that side because I, again, want easy access to the thicker acrylic, and that's what I'm working with right now for my 100 granny square challenge. Yep, that makes perfect sense. These two balls of yarns are a work in progress, so that'll go in the bag right here. Great. I feel like that's better. I'm gonna say it's better. I need to think that it's better. Then after that, all of these really smaller yarns here, and they're a mix, but they're like okay, I don't know what it's called, but it's very small yarn. So all of those are gonna go back here because I don't need them for now. And I'm saying all those and those as well. Maybe not the special ones. I don't know yet for the special ones, but the small ones are all gonna go up there. Okay, so that's all my acrylic yarn, except these right here, turns out they won't fit. Which is okay, because I did place them separately because I thought they were like different somehow. Maybe not this one. This one does go here. Or right here. Yeah, that's good. But everything else is kind of different. It's not necessarily acrylic. It's just fine and different. So I'm going to leave those. I'm going to take my special yarn and place it here with my chunky yarn because I don't plan on using it anytime soon. So I don't need it to be easily accessible. And I was saying earlier that I wanted to place my winder thing, this up here. So that means I need to condense a little more my categories of yarn. I feel like this shouldn't be in my yarn. I don't know why I keep putting it in my yarn. That doesn't go there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And besides, chunky yarn and special fluffy yarn, they somehow go together, right? In my mind, at least, that's what's happening. I have a few books all about crochet that I did want to keep with this thing, so I'll put this like that for now. Okay, perfect. I feel like I can easily see everything I have. It might not be the neatest organization. It needs to be efficient, and I need to be able to see my colors, which is the most important part. Yeah, I think that works. Now, what about these special yarns? I don't love that they're here because I'm not going to be using them that much, and this is a pretty easy access spot. I guess I don't really have that much of a choice, do I? you go. I think that's about it. Let's do a tour. Okay, so I've got all my acrylic on the top shelf. I've got some chunky yarn below that as well. And I have some more funky stuff. Then I have all my cottoned, smaller yarn. Now, of course, I should organize the rest of this space, but I can't be bothered. Today's one mission was reorganizing my yarn, and I'm satisfied. Of course, everything else that was on the top shelf that is no longer there will have to find a new home, but that's future Emily's problem. Present Emily's only mission was to reorganize her yarn, and I would call this a success. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Can you actually tell a difference from before and after? I can tell a difference, and that's all that matters. Okay, bye-bye. I'm already very hot. No, that is not a comfortable bun. If I'm gonna do this, I need a comfortable bun. How do I look? Crazy? Perfect.